The termination was over in minutes, but the consequences would last for years. By the time the verdict arrived, the company had already lost more than money. Its reputation, employee trust, and internal culture were permanently affected. A routine HR decision had evolved into a multi-year civil lawsuit, forcing executives to testify under oath and exposing internal emails they never expected to see. The employee did not just lose a job. They lost income, stability, and professional standing. This case shows that termination is not always an ending. Sometimes it is the beginning of a legal process that can reshape an entire organization. Employment in Tier 1 countries is structured by contracts, labor laws, and a clear power imbalance. Employers control hiring, reviews, and terminations. Employees rely on those decisions for financial security. Many regions allow at-will employment. Termination can occur for almost any reason, but the law sets limits. Dismissals cannot be discriminatory, retaliatory, or violate public policy. Wrongful termination civil suits arise when employees believe these boundaries have been crossed. The termination itself often appears routine: a short meeting, a scripted explanation, and revoked access. Yet timing can raise questions. The employee may have recently reported misconduct, requested protected leave, or raised compliance concerns. Legally, it's not only what was said, but why it was said at that moment. Intent becomes the underlying issue behind the official explanation. Consequences unfold quickly. Loss of income affects rent, mortgages, and daily expenses. Health coverage may lapse. Professional reputation suffers. Many employees first attempt informal resolution, emails to HR, internal appeals, or severance discussions. When these fail, documentation becomes crucial. Performance reviews, internal messages, and timelines gain legal significance. Escalation builds over time through unanswered questions, perceived unfairness, and the realization that internal remedies may not exist. A wrongful termination civil suit begins with an allegation. The termination violated employment law. Claims may involve discrimination, retaliation, breach of contract, or statutory violations. Employers usually deny wrongdoing, citing legitimate business reasons. At this stage, the dispute shifts from workplace disagreement to formal legal conflict. Attorneys become involved. Communication is filtered through counsel. What was personal becomes procedural, governed by filings, deadlines, and evidence. These cases move through civil court, not criminal court. Plaintiffs carry the burden of proof, showing the termination was unlawful. Discovery requires both sides to share documents and testimony. Depositions place managers and executives under oath, sometimes revealing inconsistencies between internal records and public explanations. Many cases settle before trial. Courts often encourage mediation, recognizing the cost and uncertainty of jury verdicts. Plaintiffs focus on causation and motive, citing timelines, comparative treatment, and internal communications. Employers highlight documented performance issues, restructuring, or economic necessity. Courts examine whether employees in similar situations were treated differently, or whether protected activity preceded termination. Cases rarely hinge on one document. Patterns, credibility, and consistency are decisive. The law requires lawful reasoning, not perfection. Settlements are often confidential, including lost wages, benefits, or negotiated severance. Verdicts enter the public record. Juries may award significant damages, particularly when misconduct appears deliberate. Even when employers prevail, legal fees and reputational risk remain high. For employees, a win does not always restore a career, but it validates experiences and sets precedent. Resolution closes litigation, not always the impact. Wrongful termination cases rarely affect only one individual. Companies often revise HR policies, training programs, and documentation practices. Industries with repeated lawsuits may face regulatory attention. Employees notice how disputes are handled. Investors and partners reassess risk. These cases quietly shape workplace norms, reinforcing consistent processes and legal compliance. The impact extends far beyond the courtroom. Each wrongful termination case raises the same question: where does managerial discretion end and legal responsibility begin? Workplaces evolve, laws adapt, and disputes continue to define modern employment. Some terminations pass unnoticed. Others influence corporate practices. Many stories never reach court. The next case may already be unfolding, inside an inbox, a meeting, or a silent decision. Recognizing patterns matters, not to predict outcomes, but to understand consequences before they appear.